We have been traveling around the world with the Insta360 X5 for the past 6 months, and in this video we are going to determine whether it is still the king of action cameras or if we are going to be trading it in and switching to the DJI Osmo or the GoPro Max 2. First up, we are going to be going over the biggest upgrades from the X4.
We've actually had the Insta360 X3, X4, X5, and their new X4 Air. So we have had a lot of time to compare the different cameras.
First up, and this is something that we mentioned during the X4 video review.
We have 3 cons that we think Insta360 could do a little bit better on for their next camera, probably the X5. Number 1 being low light.
That camera was not very good in low light situations due to the fact that the X5 has a 44% larger sensor and pure video mode. This camera actually shoots super well in low light situations.
They also have an adaptive tone feature, which is really helpful in complex lighting situations. So if you're backlit or if you kind of have some bright light and some shadows in your shot.
Next up is the replaceable lens kit. So this is absolutely a huge feature because Kaylee and I hate using lens covers for literally anything because it really degrades the footage we've found. Being able to just replace the actual lens is so easy to do. You do require a couple tools that comes with a kit, and it's a little bit tricky to do in the field. This is something you kind of want to do like at home, back in your hotel room, or like somewhere where you have control of the environment.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, if you got a scratch on your lens of your action camera, it was kind of toast. Like you had to buy a new camera. So the fact that you can buy a new lens, replace it, and the camera's good to go is huge.
This is also a feature that the DJI Osmo 360 does not have. You cannot replace their lens. So you are essentially going to be sending it into repair or just buying a new camera.
The X5 is also a lot quicker than both the X4 and the X3. The X4 we found just lagged a little bit sometimes when you would start or stop shooting, especially if you were doing a long video. Hey, it's almost like it would get a little bit overwhelmed, and the X5 is a lot better with that.
This camera is waterproof down to 15 meters. And a little fun fact with that, Kaylee and I were in Hawaii. If you didn't know, like we had no idea, sharks are actually attracted to underwater action cameras. So we almost lost our Insta360 to a shark. Prior to owning an Insta360, we actually didn't bring along an action camera on very many of our adventures because we just found the quality wasn't very good. But ever since we started getting the Insta360 action cameras, we actually keep this in our bag all the time just in case. And there are a lot of reasons why we do that now.
Sometimes we just bring the Insta360, no phone, no camera, nothing else, and it works super well.
First up, it captures both horizontal and vertical clips in the same shot. So you don't have to worry about reframing and shooting both horizontal and vertical. You can just edit both of those post-production very quickly.
Yeah, that is something that is so helpful for us if we're filming for Reels and YouTube videos. It used to be like, okay, let's do it again, but do it horizontally or do it vertically. And now we don't have to worry about that at all, which is really nice. Also, if you're filming and like something happens, let's say we're filming over here and something happens on that side of the boat or on that side of whatever, you can just get all of that in post-production, which is pretty sweet. The next thing we love about the Insta360 X5 is that it's super small, compact, and durable. This, we will bring it when we're scared of bringing our camera or our phones, when we're going on adventures, skydiving, in the water, hikes, anything. It's perfect. And especially with the replaceable lens, we don't worry about it at all.
Next up is this camera comes with so many accessories. It is actually insane. But we're just gonna mention a few of the ones that we pack around in our backpack everywhere we go, starting off with the invisible selfie stick. We actually typically bring 2 sticks with us, and there are reasons for that. This is the 3-meter selfie stick. And then this is actually a smaller selfie stick, but it attaches to this quick release that I actually have mounted to the shoulder strap on my backpack all the time. So it's really easy just to pull it off whenever you want to shoot. Next up is an adjustable clamp. So we can fix this to really anything that we want to. I've I've mounted this to the outside of my vehicle, to mountain bikes, to a surfboard, that sort of thing. So it's just kind of an all-around easy mount that you can carry around, and it's pretty small and compact as well. A little case that we always keep our cameras in when we're chucking them into our backpack, just to avoid having those screens or the lenses get scratched.
It's worth mentioning they do have like a silicone cover that goes over. We were using that for our first ever trip with the X3 in Iceland, and we got some sand in it and we scratched our lens.
Yeah.
So we do not use those anymore. I think it probably, if you were just a little bit more careful with cleaning your camera before and after you threw it in, you'd probably be fine, but we find this to just be a lot safer.
Yeah, microfiber towel, just keep that inside. Lastly is the chest mount. So this is a little bit bigger. We don't bring this everywhere with us, but it does capture a really unique perspective. And when you need both of your hands, like when you're mountain biking or something, this is perfect.
Another reason we bring the Insta360 X5 pretty much everywhere with us is because you can capture so many different unique perspectives.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like you can have a camera crew with you. You can get a drone shot. You can put it like, we took it biking, and you can get so many different shots just with one camera.
This might be my favorite reason to always bring an action camera with us now, is the insane stabilization due to flow state and 360 horizontal lock that Insta360 offers. These are amazing features, and we never have to worry about if the camera captured what we want and whether it looks good.
There is really no limit to the creativity with the Insta360 X5. You can do a lot of really cool things, and we have noticed that it is so much easier to edit than any other 360 cam on the market.
When we were in New Zealand, we went skydiving, and Kaylee's guy that she went with used the Insta360 X5, and the guy that I went with had a GoPro. They sent us the footage afterwards. The GoPro footage, because GoPro doesn't have like a desktop version, they only have the app on the phone, and that really is not great. We struggled trying to edit this footage and could not get anything that was very good. Obviously the Insta360, we had no problem, because not only we're used to it, the programs that Insta360 has developed for desktop and iPhone apps is really, really easy to use.
It's very user-friendly, very simple. I spent hours, guys, trying to get, I think I've ended up with one clip of David skydiving, and I was like, you know what? That's all I can get out of this raw footage. I'm not putting any more time into it. It was really complex, and the 360 is just so user-friendly.
Lastly, the transitions that you can create from this footage are really unique. Kaylee and I have had a lot of fun, like on social media, creating these crazy transitions, and we don't have to plan them out before going out to shoot, because when you're capturing 360 footage, you can just really do cool like swirls and flips and all sorts of stuff to create that really engaging content.
Yeah, all in post-production.
I dedicated a lot of my time to watching so many YouTube videos that compared the Insta360 X5, the GoPro Max 2, and the DJI Osmo 360.
On paper, the X5 wins.
The Insta360 camera does tick the most boxes.
There's no way I could ever honestly recommend this GoPro to anybody.
The Insta360 X5 gives you more creative freedom.
I would go with the X5 all day, any day.
And I'm just gonna try to sum it up for you guys really quick. Basically, I think DJI creates amazing cameras and amazing drones, but I think they should really stick to making these incredible drones. Their action camera is okay, although they're really struggling right now with support in the US. And you also can't replace the lens like you can on the GoPro Max 2 and the Insta360 X5. So for those two reasons, I don't think you should purchase it. Like, I think those reasons are big enough that this just kind of wipes out the DJI Osmo 360. Next up is the GoPro Max 2. This is much better and a much more comparable product to the Insta360 X5. There has been a lot of information out there about how GoPro actually captures true 8K 360 footage. And I am not arguing that point at all. I think it's true. I think Insta360 X5 captures 7K footage, close to that. The GoPro programs that they use for their editing software are so bad that the fact that it's true 8K 360 footage doesn't even matter if you can't edit it. GoPro has a lot of work to do too with these apps, and you have no idea when good software is going to come out. For that reason, I don't know actually why anyone would go with the GoPro Max 2 over the Insta360 X5.
Yeah, I think that part is huge. Like, it's like if you have all of this awesome footage, it really doesn't matter what your footage is like, or if it's a little bit better, if you can't edit it, you can't use it.
And after watching all of these reviews, I think the worst thing that people said about the Insta360 X5 that actually makes sense to me is the fact that it is bigger. It does have a different shape than the other two. Obviously, it is a little more longer and taller. It literally weighs the same. I think when it comes to actual volumes, it's not that much bigger. It's just really the shape. So it's kind of like not as aerodynamic, I guess, if you're mounting it to your helmet, but we have never had an issue with this.
I kind of like the shape. I feel like we're just used to it though too.
Yeah, it is much easier to hold in your hand, and it is super nice that the screens are larger.
Well, and like this screen too is orientated in like a portrait setting, which is actually really nice because a lot of times now we're filming for Instagram, we're not filming a horizontal video.
But on that note, if this camera is too big, you can always check out the Insta360 X4 Air, which has a lot of comparable features to this camera. It is just a little bit smaller and a little bit simpler, but it also costs less.
This is the X4 Air. This is the X5. As you can see, it is quite a bit smaller. We actually just got the X4 Air. It is brand new. Let us know if you guys want us to make a review video on that one.
We are super excited to start bringing that on some of our adventures and shooting with it. Also, on that note, while we are talking about new products, who is excited about the anti-gravity 360 drone that is going to be released in the new year? I am so stoked for that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next one.
See you next week.